Hi, my name is Valerie, and this is Reading Randomness, and it's been a very, very long time since I posted a video. I know I posted one in May that I did with a friend, but other than that, it's been a very, very long time. I've had a very busy May and June, so I'm hoping to get more back into posting videos and talking about books and languages, and so I thought I would post a kind of life update slash talking about how to get out of a reading slump slash book haul. So it's going to be a very weird video, so bear with me. So first of all, life update. So I don't know if I had mentioned this in any of my previous videos, I really can't remember, but in case I didn't, I started a new job in February. I'm at the same company that I've been working at for 7 years yesterday, I realized. But I'm in a different department. I'm actually in the translation department, which I'm so excited about because translation work has been my goal pretty much since I graduated from college. So to finally be in the translation department of any company is very exciting. Obviously it's not a perfect job, but it's the job that I was looking to get into for right now, and I'm very excited about it. And I actually get to use my degrees in Spanish, so it's very exciting. So as for what else I've been up to since February, kind of a lot. Part of the reason that I haven't been posting videos lately is because I haven't really had a weekend free in like a month and a half to 2 months. So between May and June, I went to a board game convention. It was super fun. I go every year. I also went to Chicago to see Hamilton, which was amazing. Just as amazing as you would think it would be, if not more so. It was just incredible, and my friend and I got to meet some of the cast at the stage door. It was really exciting. Yeah, we wanted to like just immediately watch it again. So, I mean, obviously I've listened to the soundtrack on repeat for like a year and a half off and on. But to finally get to see it in real life and see it live and see the dancing and the choreography and how everything plays out together, it was just phenomenal. So I can't wait till it comes to my city, but it's gonna be a little while. So yeah, I got to see Hamilton. It was amazing. Despite the fact that we were literally in the next to last row in the theater, we still had an amazing time. And I got to see Karen Olivo sing live, so it was wonderful. And then, after Hamilton, the next 2 weekends I had friends coming to visit me for 2 weekends in a row, the second of which was the weekend of my 30th birthday. Yeah, I'm 30. That doesn't seem real. I still can't believe that that's a thing either. That was kind of one of the running themes of, I can't believe this is happening. I went to see Hamilton and I'm 30. So yeah, I had a great time, had some friends over for my birthday. And then after my friends came to visit and I had my birthday party, then I had a couple weekends, one in June and then this past weekend for 4th of July, a couple weekends of family events. Last weekend I got to hang out with some family that I haven't seen in many, many years for 4th of July, so I was very excited about that. And now, now it is finally starting to calm down plan-wise. That's been part of the problem, is that I just haven't had time to read lately. I've literally been traveling to a different city every weekend. I did for 5 weekends in a row. It was ridiculous. All awesome things, all wonderful things, but slightly ridiculous. So I'm happy to say that despite how wonderful all of that was, I am done with traveling for the time being. And I'm excited to read some more because, dang it, I have too many books and I need to read some of them. Which, speaking of which, as I mentioned, the other part of this video is a book haul, because what do you do when you have so many books that you can't decide what to read? You buy more books. So we're going to talk about the books that I bought and received for my birthday recently. So the first book I got recently was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which is a tongue twister. It took me way too many times to be able to say that. But anyway, my mom let me borrow the movie and I haven't watched it yet because I tend to prefer to read the book before I watch the movie, so especially since it's such a short book, like the font is not tiny in this, so this is a very short book. So since the book is so short, I was like, I'll just read the book first and then I'll watch the movie. So hopefully I will get to this sooner rather than later, but I don't know, there's a lot of other good books that I want to get to as well. So the next books I recently acquired, you may have seen because I think the last video I posted was the one I did with my friend Jill when I was visiting her, and we got another mystery bag of books. This time they were general fiction, so we didn't know what it was going to have in it. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend it because Jill is hilarious and I was silly with the editing. I got really silly with the editing, so yeah, click here or wherever I put the link to go check that out. But so I took 4 books, she took 4 books, and we got rid of 2 of them because they weren't our cup of tea. So the first one that I got was Seabiscuit by Laura Hillenbrand, which I had at one point and then never read it. Like I had it back in high school and I just never read it. Oh, that's tiny font. This is kind of a long book. But yeah, I just never read it, so maybe I will get around to reading it this time. So the next book I got from that bag was Corelli's Mandolin by, my French pronunciation is not great yet, but we'll try it, Louis de Bernière, something to that effect. And this is probably the one I'm most excited about of the 4, just because I read the back of the book and it makes absolutely no sense. Like, none of these sentences make sense together. Go watch the other video because we talk about it. Yeah, this book sounds really weird, but interesting. Next book I got was Speaking in Tongues by Jeffrey Deaver. I'm very dubious about this one. I feel like I've heard the name Jeffrey Deaver and it was more like maybe kind of James Patterson-y, and I don't know how I feel about that, so I don't know, we'll see. And then the last book I got was The Genius by Jessie Kellerman. Again, no idea what this is about, no idea what to expect. It mentioned a museum in the beginning, in the front cover, so I like museums, so we'll see how this goes. Any of those 4 I might start reading and just be like, no. so again, we'll see how it goes. So the next 4 books I got were when a friend of mine came to visit the first weekend in June. I had to take her to the used library book sale that I volunteer at. I wasn't volunteering that weekend, thank goodness. So I had to, of course, take her since she's an avid reader herself. And the books are really cheap, and there's some pretty good selections sometimes. So I ended up picking up 4 books myself. I got Time of Death, get it, Time of Death, by Susan Wittig Albert. I don't know what it is with some murder mystery books, they just love puns, but I've read another book, maybe 2, by this author in a different series. It was a really cute little series of books about it's a series of murder mysteries, but they take place with Beatrix Potter, the author of the Peter Rabbit series, and they were really cute and kind of corny. But I remember the first, the prologue of the first book was basically about a sunset and the discovery of the body in this murder mystery, and it was so beautifully written, and I almost felt like the rest of the book didn't live up to it, because that first part was so beautiful, and then the rest of it was I mean, it was fun, but it was kind of cute and corny, so I'm curious to see how this is, and if I maybe like this series a little better. This is the first one in the series, so I've been looking for it. And then I also got 2 books by Jhumpa Lahiri. I got Unaccustomed Earth and The Namesake. So this was a short story book, and then this one is a novel. So I read Interpreter of Maladies recently, and I think I talked about it in a video, but I really, really liked it. So as soon as I saw these, I was like, 50 cents, I can't pass that up. They might even have been 25 cents. I think there was a sale going on. You can't beat that. So if you have a library that does a used book sale ever, go to that, because you find some amazing deals on books, and it raises money for a wonderful cause at the library. So, and then the last one that I got was Shadow of the Moon by MMK, and my friend that I went with recommended this, and the lady I work with at the library book sale saw that I had it and also recommended it. But it takes place in India, and it's just supposed to be, I think it's just like an epic novel basically, and really all I needed to know was that my friend recommended it, and because I trust her judgment. So Not that I needed another super long book to put on my bookshelf, but like I said, I trust my friend's judgment, and she said it was really, really good. So I'm very excited for this. And the last two books that I acquired recently were gifts. They were birthday gifts from my grandma because she didn't know what to get me. So we like passed the word along with a list of books that I got to her through my mom. And so these were the two that she picked up. She got me The Couple Next Door by, I don't know if it's Sherry or Shari LaPena. But it's obviously a murder mystery because it looks all creepy. And it's fairly short. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but it sounds a little like Gone Girl or Girl on the Train or something like that. So I'm excited for this one. And the other one I got, which I'm very excited about, is the Book of Hidden Figures, which if you haven't seen the movie, you have to go see the movie. It's fantastic. And I love that, you know, women like this are getting more recognition and becoming more widely known, because it's a shame that I had no idea that these women existed prior to watching that movie. So I'm very excited to read more about them and about the participation of women, and specifically Black women, in the NASA programs in the 60s. So I'm very, very excited about this. And actually, my grandma and my mom both want to borrow this when I get done. So I guess I will have to read that one soon so they can read it. So those are all the books I've gotten recently. That's what I've been up to. That's why I haven't been posting videos, all the things. So I'm probably going to film some more videos right now, catching up on the few books that I have read since I last posted like a real wrap-up video like in January. I started to just skip it and like not even talk about those books, but I read some really good books and I want to talk about them. So we're going to do some catch-up, wrap-up videos that I'm going to film here shortly. So expect those to come out soon. And I have had a couple comments asking if I'm going to make more language videos. Yes, is the short answer to that. I do have plans to make a video about French soon, because that's the language that I'm learning right now, off and on, but hopefully more on than off soon. Yeah, if you have any suggestions or requests for language learning videos, I'm also planning to do kind of a series about learning languages, or talk about, you know, good ways to learn vocabulary or practice grammar. I don't know, that I'm a language nerd, what can I say? I think that sounds interesting, but let me know what you guys think. So yeah, so that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.